Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WEQNT, Stake Pool WEQNT. I just wanted to take a brief time today. I'm off. I don't have to work today, and my wife and I we had a short morning where we kind of was working on this um, Easter project for our church for the kids. So we're kind of put a video together with some really good cool stuff for the kids. So we just done that. So I told her, hey, I just want to make a short video. Just so yeah, jump behind my computer and here I am. So a few thoughts that was going through my head. Hey, how how will Cardano actually change this world? Think about it. You have the we have the best and the brightest scientists in the whole blockchain industry working on this project. We have the developing company IOG, Input Output Global, has written, their scientist has written over 100 papers. They've been cited numerous times. They have, this is the very first project to solve the proof of stake scientifically. Now, with all that's going on for Cardano, I wonder then how will this project actually change the world? There's a lot going on for Cardano, right? So I believe you can have the tech, it can be working flawless, everything is perfect, whatever. But if you don't have people, if you don't have anyone to use the tech, then obviously the tech has no value. Okay, so before I proceed, go any further, if you want to support my channel, if you want to support us, to continue doing our work, please subscribe. Hit that button there, and yeah, another way of also supporting us is by delegating to our stake pool. That is WEQNT. So thank you very much, for supporting us. As you know, we are very well committed to supporting the poor in Africa, and also we're also planning expanding regions onto the Caribbean, So if you're part of the Caribbean, you're living in the Caribbean area, Central America, and someone tipped you about this video, you've heard about Cardano, please support us. I'm also very active on Twitter. So if you'd like to get in contact with me as well via Twitter, please do. You can send me a direct message. I love to converse and interact with our community. So if you're a Cardano ADA holder living in the Caribbean, please get in contact with me as well. I'd love to know who you are. Also, some of the statistics. Hey, good morning, Singh. Yeah, man. Hey, hope you're doing well, man. So please get in contact with us. Oh, my wife just asked me if I can be a bit more soft. Okay, sorry about that. So if you're living in the Caribbean area, please get in contact with us. And if you want to support us again, just you can either subscribe to this channel, or you can delegate to our stake pool, which is WEQNT. So back to the subject. As I was mentioning, Cardano has the ability to change this world for good. But you have the tech. The tech can be flawless, can be working, it can be perfect. We can have the best, brightest scientists, in the whole world working on this project. But if we don't have people to use it, then it has no value, right? If you don't have people to really, if you don't have people to look out for others, then hey, what's the use of it? Then it'll just be a project, for people just to get rich off of, right? But not really doing anything good in this world. Okay, so within the Cardano community, we have a lot of great Cardano stake pools. Just to give you an example, obviously you have WEQNT, but you also have Proof of Africa, POA. You also have Anchor, Chain, Smile, XYZ. There's a lot of great alliances as well out there. The Alliance stake pool, that consists of many different small stake pool operators who need help, support, just with a little bit of stake. And then you have the mission-driven stake pools, that consists also of multiple pools as well, and they're trying to help each other, coach each other through the process, etc. So what happened is, with stake pool WEQNT as one of those stake pools, what we do is we've committed ourselves, to really reach out to people within Kenya. Now we have someone that we work with within Kenya. His name is John. You can go into our videos and YouTube videos, and you can see the interview that I did with John previously, and he's going to explain to you basically everything that is happening in Kenya, and you get a bit of an idea of the project that we're doing. So what makes this valuable? Now, the thing is, in Kenya, you have a lot of people, that lives below poverty line, way below poverty line. These are people that's living in desert areas, remote areas. So they don't have access, to like clean drinking water. They don't have access to electricity. So when we started the stake pool, we said, you know what? We want to make sure that these people who has nothing, basically, of course they have each other, but we want to make sure that these people living in the remote areas, the remote desert areas of Kenya, we want to provide them decent lighting. So we kind of like went out, we saw different options and stuff, and we came up with the idea, hey, wait a second, let's give them solar powered lighting bulbs. For the first time in their lives, these are people who would finally have decent lighting in their houses. Some of them live in mud houses. Others that maybe have a little bit more might live in a bit other upgraded places, right? But the moral of the idea here is that they don't have electricity. They don't have clean water. Some of them have to walk kilometers, just to get 1 or 2 buckets of water. I think in one of my previous videos, you can see that some of them even have a wheelbarrow, and then so they walk kilometers with the wheelbarrow, a couple of those buckets in the wheelbarrow, and then kilometers back, back to their places. Now, one of the things that we've committed to do, and we've started doing this since last year, 2020, in November, we shipped the first 2 bulbs. The reason why we did that was because it was the very first. We did not really know, if those bulbs would actually reach Kenya, would reach John, and thus be distributed to the people who they're intended to. So we sent him 2 bulbs in November. On December 31st, it took more than a month, to get there. But anyhow, on December 31st, he got it. On the same day, he went outside in the remote desert areas, and he started distributing the 2 bulbs. Send us some pictures, and on that same day, we posted those pictures on Twitter. I'll share the link in below in the comments. The beautiful thing about this is that was the very first moment that we actually, were doing something meaningful, for people, basically using our rewards, a portion of our rewards, to do something good, actually adding value. So in January now, we received some donations. Together with the donations and our rewards, we decided, let's do another purchase. So we purchased in total 45 bulbs. And because we don't want to send huge amounts, we don't know if it will go wrong or not. So we sent 24 in January of those 45 bulbs. They reached Kenya and they were distributed, to, a lot of people. You know what I mean? 24 bulbs, 24 people received them. You can check our feeds on Twitter and see exactly, how those were distributed. Actually, it's going to be on the website as well. I'm working on an upgraded version of the website to include all of those pictures. So, and then in February, we received new donations, and we also, from those donations, and again from our rewards, we shipped those remaining 21 bulbs to Kenya. So they reached Kenya, and they are currently being distributed as well. And we try to see if we can, provide you updates on a weekly basis as we receive them as well. So we are very well excited about this. But mind you, stake pool WEQNT is not the only Cardano stake pool that's actually doing meaningful work. We are taking care of, let's say, the people who, the less fortunate, people who does not, can afford to have a computer, decent water, decent lighting. These are people living in remote desert areas, So um, that's what we are committed to do, right? And as time progresses and as ADA price increase, we're also planning to drill multiple water wells across Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, and Southern Sudan. Now, why we're doing this, the reason why we're doing this is because personally, we believe, that if you're giving the ability, to do something good, why not do it? Cardano has placed us in a position where we are now able to do something back, give something back. Myself did not come, from a wealthy environment. Definitely not. My parents struggled, as I grew up, also in their youth years. People have taken advantage of us simply because they were in a better position than we were. So I recognize this. I recognize, that there are also people currently still living on the planet, who needs help, who needs to be given a chance. And that's the reason why we've decided, hey, with our stake pool and with a portion of our rewards and any help that we receive from the community, that goes to this project. So um, so what we're planning actually doing, as I mentioned previously, we will continue doing this. As we grow, we also want to expand. We want to move to different regions. So we don't only want to remain in Africa. We also want to go to the Caribbean. So if you're part of the Caribbean, either you're from Jamaica. Hey, Jason, if you're from Jamaica, if you're from Saint Martin, if you're from Nevis or St. Kitts or whatever part of the Caribbean that you're at, Trinidad, come on, doesn't matter. Get in contact with us. Cardano is a global network, and I know that there's even people in Curacao, because I was checking actually the network, and I noticed that there are certain nodes actually set up in Curacao. That's one of the Dutch colonies. So, man, there's so much yet to discover. So much yet to discover, and there's so much work to be done. Now, as I mentioned, we're only doing a small part, right? So we have actually, last week I spoke to John. That's the guy who I work with in Kenya. I told him, John, I want you to go out for me and seek for 2 individuals, preferably 2 females. But he said, can it be a female and a male? He said, yes. I said, yes. Okay, as long as it's a female as well. I told him, not coming from a wealthy background, but a poor background, because I want to fund their studies. He brought me in contact with Joanne. I spoke to her on Saturday. He called me on Saturday. I spoke to her. She's studying IT. She told me she has experience in JavaScript. She does websites building. She does animations, etc. So I asked her, hey, do you know anything about blockchain? She said, yes, I know a little bit about blockchain. Bitcoin, yes, she knows about Bitcoin. Cardano, she does not know yet about Cardano. So I explained her a little bit. I told her, hey, how would you like it if I would pay for your studies? Just maybe a couple semesters. She's grateful, very grateful for that. And I'm sure her parents is as well. So on Saturday afternoon, I called the guys from Proof of Africa, Joshua. And I told him, hey, Joshua, listen, do you guys do online training? Because I have someone here in Kenya, a young girl, and later on there'll be a young man joining as well. And I had asked him, is it possible for me to have them enrolled in your program? Because I know that you guys train through the ABCD program. You guys train young, talented Africans to build basically build on Cardano. You teach them the basics about blockchain, and then you work towards, basically, programming, and so that they're ready to build when we get to that point of full release of Goguen. Okay, so he told me, sure, if they have a computer, then they can enroll in the program. We're currently full, but in the next release, let's say in the next cohort of students, they would definitely like to have her joined, the program, even if she's from Kenya and they're in Nigeria. So I told him, hey, man, if there's any costs associated with this, I will cover it. WEQNT is going to cover the cost for that young lady to be properly trained, informed about blockchain and what is all needed for her to grow some skills, so that in the future, she can make a well-informed decision to further her career in blockchain. So at this point, I only have Joanne. I asked John, can I interview Joanne? She said, yeah, sure. That's good. So I will be interviewing Joanne hopefully soon. And, you guys can get to see who she is, who Joanne is, what she's doing, what are her hobbies, her interests, etc. And, kind of get a glimpse of the people that we're trying to help. Again, these are people that comes from a very poor background, right? They don't have much, but with the help of you guys, our delegators, we will be able to really add value to some people's lives, and at the same time add value to the Cardano ecosystem, because these are the poorest people, poor background, that we're actually helping and to give them a future. And I just want to thank you guys, for every one of you who are supporting us, delegating to us, because yes, we do need your support. We really do need your support. There's a lot of support for developers already, out there, but there's just less support for people who are actually, looking at the people from the bottom, and let's work with me, work together with me, join my Telegram channel, support us by staking, WEQNT, and also consider other pools, like POA, Anchor Chain, ANQA, Smile, also XYZ, the ALLI. These are wonderful pools, and I mean, I personally know a lot of those guys and ladies within those pools, and I'm really fond of them. But please, again, if you'd like to support us and our mission, please do as well. So I just wanted to do this quick video, just explaining, hey, how will actually Cardano change the world? And it's not only just going to be by the tech itself, because the tech itself, if there's no one to use the tech, then it just don't have any value. So we need people using the tech to give it value. And on a more humanitarian front, we need people within, as a stake pool operators, within that ecosystem, to also do their part and give back. Look towards the less fortunate. And yes, we're African focused, and we're also focused on the Caribbean, but there are also other pools that are focused in many other regions of the world. So again, thank you very much, for your support, because your stake does matter. If you'd like to reach out to me, do so please via Twitter. That's at WEQNT. You can send me a DM, or Denicia Brene. Send me a DM. Let me know who you are. If you're from the Caribbean, reach out to us. If you want to support us, please stake, with the WEQNT. Really appreciate it very, very much. So just signing off for today. Hopefully, during this week sometime, there'll be some good news, new updates about new distributions in Kenya. And until next time, take care.